Well folks, a very good morning to you and welcome to the banks of the Selby canal. We're off for a lovely springtime paddle. So we're just here, just set up the Itty-Wit 4-seater with grandson number one. This is his first paddle ever in a kayak. How are you feeling about that, Charlie?
Alright.
Yeah, excited?
Yeah.
Apprehensive?
Yeah.
Scared?
No.
You look it, but we'll be okay. Right, so let's get this boat in the water and let's get going. Right mate, so we've paddled, I don't know, about half a mile. How are you feeling?
Good.
Huh?
Good.
Good? Tired?
Shoulders are a bit achy, but it's alright.
Your arms are hurting?
Just a bit.
Are they? You're not used to exercise then? Hey? You'll be alright. By the time we get back, you'll be a professional.
I already am.
Well, I wouldn't say you already are.
Oh well.
Maybe a semi-professional. Now when we arrived at Brighton Bridge this morning, there was quite busy actually. We managed to get a car parking space, but only just. There was a couple of women with some camper vans that stayed overnight there in the car park, and it was just blowing up their paddle boards. So and then about, I think, sort of 4 or 5, maybe even 6 of their friends turned up with paddle boards. So they're enjoying the water this morning as well. I can keep hearing somebody behind me, but whenever I've looked around I can't actually see anybody. And I know that they're sort of paddling in the same direction as us. So the way that sort of Charlie's paddling, I'm expecting them to really come flying past me. But up until yet, they haven't. So yeah, we're just looking for somewhere now really to pull over and have something to eat, because I'm starving. What about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry as well. So we're both hungry. We both need some breakfast. But at the minute I can't really see anything. It's quite heavily sort of all this vegetation at the minute. There's a couple of fishermen sort of wooden pegs that I suppose as last result that's what it'll be. But, yeah, it's an incredible morning. The sun's really warm. And I'm getting soaked in the back of this boat, obviously, because the sun's so warm. The legs of the trousers are dried, but young Charlie there's covering me with water. He's not quite got his stroke just right. He keeps scraping his hands on the side of the boat and complaining. You see, he's only got soft hands, that's the problem. But it's nice when he paddles because you get to see every sort of centimetre of the river. It's lovely. But anyway, come on, let's find somewhere where we can stop and have some breakfast. All right, so we've just pulled over at Paper House Bridge. It's taken us an hour and a half. I suppose it should have taken us around about an hour really to have got here. So we're just there's HMS Harris. Just tied it off, and yeah, it's a lovely spot. So far so good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not hurting too much?
No, I'm alright.
He's got a little man bag there, see that? So yeah, breakfast time. Well folks, that's lunch, bacon rolls, just drinking my coffee, and then we're going to head back. It's absolutely lovely here. Be nice to have explored. Not in the mood for having a long paddle really, but young Charlie's hurting a little bit, so we're going to get back to the van and call it a day. Probably about another hour and a half to get back, but I think we're going to have the wind off our back, so we should get there a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'd like to thank Cole Senior for recommending this paddle. Cole's has a YouTube channel called More Than Just a Cleaner, and to be fair, if you're into kayaking and camping and that sort of stuff, then definitely check out his video. It's superb. Cole's a wealth of knowledge, and what's more, he's quite happy to share his knowledge. So cheers Cole, it's been a great paddle, really enjoyed it. Thanks for recommending it to us. So just going to continue with my coffee, drink my coffee, and we'll get back. Cheers. Ready to paddle back?
Yeah.
Yeah, fed and watered?
Yeah.
Feeling fit?
Yeah.
Feeling strong?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go for it. Well, now we're all both fed and watered and bursting with energy. We're back on the canal and heading back to the van. Just as we was having our lunch, there was a huge black cloud come over, and I thought, here we go, we're going to be in trouble here. But luckily it kind of blew over and the sun come out, and one we got away with. So we haven't seen a kingfisher, so perhaps we did paddle in the wrong direction, but it's been a lovely scenic paddle, I have to say. Absolutely lovely paddle. We both really enjoyed it. We're still kind of hoping that we're going to see a kingfisher by the time we get back to the car park. So let's crack on. Well, as we're paddling along, minding our own business, which should come flying straight in front of the kayak, you guessed it, a kingfisher. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera rolling at the time, but wow, what sight! Absolutely beautiful it was. And it sort of flew into into a hedgerow, and we paddled a bit slower to see if we could get another glimpse of it, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. But it's a thumbs up for me. Kingfisher, brilliant. Lovely looking bird. Oh, we've not got far to go now, back to the car park. And as I mentioned earlier on, I'm in today the HMS Harris. It's the Itiwit X100 3-seater, and this was the first ever kayak that I bought, and you know, it's absolutely brilliant for kind of tandem paddling. You can get quite a bit of kit in, even for, you know, 2 people overnighter, no problem. Now I have been asked by a few people if I would do a review on this kayak, which I will do. To be fair, I've been meaning to do one for a long time, but I will do one as soon as I get the opportunity to do so. But what I would say is, it's for me, paddling on my own, it's a bit, you know, it's a bit of a big old vessel. That's why I recently bought the 2-seater. It's just great for paddling, you know, if I'm just going out for an overnighter or just a quick sort of paddle. It's just a lovely, it's just the right size really. This one's a little bit harder to move through the water on your own, but you know, I wouldn't be without it. It's a great kayak, and for all of you that have asked for me to do a review on this boat, I will do. As soon as I get the opportunity, I'll get something sorted. Promise. Right then, so let's see how much your stroke, your paddling's improved. Nice even strokes. Keep the boat nice and straight, tracking in a straight line. Yeah, look at that, dead straight. That's it. Does that paddle feel too long?
No, it's alright.
Alright, so we're veering to the right, so that's it. That's it, now we're veering to the left. That's it, straighten it up. That's it. Nice and straight. Oh, you're getting there, mate. It's better than it was. Ain't easy, is it?
No.
But it's easy once you know how, like everything else. Now, when we left Brighton Bridge this morning around 10 o'clock, there was 2 mallard ducks, and they kind of followed us all the way to wherever it was that we stopped for lunch, and they're actually following us all the way. But when I say follow, they're just in front of the kayak, but far enough where I cannot get them on camera. And then we paddle up towards them, and then they set off, and that's been the pattern all the way outward, and so far all the way inwards. the same 2 Mallards. They've been with us for the complete paddle. I've never had that before. So that's the first. Right, mate, how was that for your first paddle?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hurting? Aching?
No, but I was. I'm fine now.
You're alright now, are you? You're about to be going home.
I don't want to, be honest. I'll do it again.
Or do you want to get the kayak out and do another 5 mile?
No, I'm alright.
No, I didn't think so.
I'd rather go home.
He wants to go home. Well folks, that kind of wraps things up for today. We've had a really good morning and afternoon here on the Selby canal. Once again, Cole Senior, many thanks for recommending this, pal. Great paddle, and definitely going to come back and do it again. Try to go a little bit further the next time. Like I said earlier on, if you're into kayaking, camping, that sort of thing, check out Carl's YouTube channel. More than just a cleaner, really good channel. It inspired me to start kayaking. I've had the pleasure of actually going out with Carl and picking his brains and having a paddle together, and I've learnt loads, and long may that continue. My channel, well, it's quite a new channel. I'm going to do a lot more kayaking videos. That's really what I'm into, a bit of kayaking, camping, and you know, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. It really does help and inspires me to want to go out and do some videos for you. I'm still a beginner. This is only my 2nd year, so I'm still very much learning. That's why it's always handy to have people like Cole, you know, people that you can pick their brains, and hopefully one day I'll be in a position where I can help people as well. So thanks for watching. Great day, sun shining, and I'm going home to watch Spurs play Newcastle. Cheerio.